Hello and welcome to Generational Gwicso 3.2. Before you watch this video, watch the recap video I posted because I lost the original file. So, yeah. So we're going to start off here in Scandinavia, where Norway and Finland are going to expand. And now you may recognize Norway's colour, and that colour is the colour of Norway. Well, not Norway, but Gwicso, China, in these pros, what if civilization started over. And now it is generational Gwicso Norway. And what Norway's gonna do is land in Greenland. And they start colonizing it. What? Well, there's no really settlements here. They're just claiming it when they find out what is happening there. So they've gotten out of this. Will they be the ones to discover America? Or will the French? Or who will be the ones to discover America? I don't know if we'll see this in this video. But now race for the desert is happening as the French colonial empire and Carthage race to control the interior of the Sahara, which is becoming the new borders. And if you look here at South Caspia, they have really expanded from not being a thing to now being a thing and being big. And what they're gonna do is the Congress of that city right there, and that is gonna divide up Central Asia. So I'm gonna draw up the line that will be the dividing line between for the Congress. So it's gonna go up like this and over to this lake. Now, groups of people are allowed to make propositions for new countries, and we will see the first new country being agreed upon. So the first country to be formed is this dark green Baikal nation. And and it's the same colour as Tanzania in these pros, so I can't tell why it's not good. So this is going to be the first new country, and now the Korean Union is gonna, well, I think I called it Siberia, is gonna put up their claim. This is along the lines of going up to this, up there. This is the claim of the Siberian Union. So they're becoming more like a Mongol empire. The claim of North Caspia, because these guys are like Black Caspia. I just wanted to change the colour. And this is what they take because they know that Black Caspia, when they expanded rapidly, they didn't get much land. And this is what they claim, and everyone agrees on this. Not everyone agrees on this claim here though, that's why I'm not filling the colour in. I mean, right here, South Caspia claims a portion of land going like this, and Northern India claims this land conquering the Himalayas and parts of Tibet, and Myanmar claims this land overlapping the claim of the Siberian Union, and South China, oh, the tolerance is too high. South China claims all of this, and then Siberia relents and gives control over the territory that the two nations want over to them, and because they are small and won't be able to expand much. And now the Siberian Union has all of this. It's more like the Mongol Empire, but Siberia. But the capital is not in Siberia. Now they're like, what are we gonna do with this empty land? Well, what are you gonna do? Let's see what Adizpo did. He formed Tibet, and we're gonna form Tibet as well using one of the colours on this map here, and that colour is the Finnish colour and the South Chinese colour. And what territory will each colour own? So the Finnish is actually the smallest one, having the northern parts and some southern parts. They are named after this lake, which I do not know the name of. And then South China forms like a Yunnan. And then what else is gonna form? This Cyan team here is gonna form, but in Asia. Oh wait, that's too similar to Burma. So instead it's gonna be the West African colour, and they are basically like West Tibet. Well, East Turkestan, I'll probably call it, because it's in that region, and that's Tibet. So all of Central Asia has been discovered, and now we can see who's going to form Russia. Well, Rostov starts expanding rapidly, just like how the grey team did in these pro Gwicso. And then a rival faction forms, and that is Grey Russia, which is Moscow. So Grey Russia is here. I don't think I've used that colour anywhere else. No, or anyone else has. And they, yeah, they are just claiming a lot of land that Rostov believes is their rightful land. Now Rostov is going to be called South Russia, and Grey Russia is going to be North Russia. And now they've also made Baikal mad because they've stolen territory they think is rightfully theirs, which is this. And then Baikal cuts off South Russia, and Siberia works on claiming the rest of Siberia, coming up to the Kamchatka Peninsula, where they had a colony in. And what's gonna happen is a new neutral Siberian nation called the Kingdom of Siberia. And now there's a country that protects it. This country is basically a puppet of the country. This is what they look like. And now, what colour does this resemble? It's a European nation. It is the French. The French Empire has just expanded once more, claiming the rest of Siberia. Meanwhile, a war's gonna happen between these two nations. But first, let me draw up the provinces. Okay, so the war's gonna happen, and who's gonna declare the war? North or South Warsaw? It is, if I get the color correct, South Warsaw. And where are they invading? They are invading the least populated territories, the eastern territories of the North Russian Confederation, just like the North German Confederation. They captured these islands, and then they're like, what if we annexed this island southboard and then do a landing? And it looks like these guys are cooked, but yeah, Warsaw is not another one bites the dust, but it has just provoked the Russian Bear, and yeah, this former Black Caspian capital is captured, and now what? A nation joins this war, yeah. And who is this nation? It is the French. The French joined the war. Why do the French join the war? Aren't they supposed to be neutral? Well, they want a huge Russian puppet state in Russia, and they want to control it for their own. If I get the color correct. And then they start invading this. So this war is just a huge mess as the French land in Southboard, and then they agree to a white peace with Russia, leaving this to Russia. So now we can see that all of the north is a part of Russia, and all of this is Russian. Well, the north is part of France, and all of this is now French occupied. But they do not stop in this country here. Goodbye, Ukraine. Goodbye, Belarus. Yeah, France has now expanded, and this is all the territory they annexed. And now let's make a major city for them. Now, the original capital, before they invaded, of course, is right there. But now they make a new city. This is for Warsaw here. Well, Moscow, and the new city is right there. And the capitals for these two are here and here. And I'm also going to give capitals to the newly formed Central Asian nations. So right here, here, and there. Capital, capital, and I see I'm going to move this capital to right there, and capital. And now these capitals are removed off the map. They are still major cities, but look at this big fence, Warsaw. Yes, it's unrealistic, but yeah, France is really big. But these guys don't start a war. Yes, Rostov is still there, but it's now Southport. No one knew that they had conquered that. A rebellion occurs. Freedom for Russia, they say. This is the Workers' Party of Russia, of French Russia, the Workers' Party of French Russia. And the capital is captured. And now there's no French Russia. That was just a thing to form this world's Soviet Union. And now I'm gonna make a new layer, and that layer is the ideology layer. And I believe this will be the last thing I'm gonna do this episode. I will probably be back. I believe I have another one of these videos to do later on. So, yeah. So, the USSR is the first communist state. So they get a big red thing. Most of the nations are, in fact, monarchist. Baikal is the kingdom of Baikal, Siberian Union. This nation, New Finland, North Caspia, Turkestan, Tibet, Thailand, Northern India, Pink India, Tamil, Gujarat, Pakistan, Orza, Caucasia, the red team, the blue team, this dark purple team, Syria, Egypt, Carters, Iberia, Italy, Sardinia and Corsica, Illyria, Bulgaria, Estonia, Muscovy, Finland, Denmark, the Norwegians, Svalbard, Scotland, Northumbria, Cornwall, Wales are all monarchists. So that is all the monarchists. And now you may be wondering, why are there no colours in like France, Ireland, these countries here? Because they have different ideologies. The first one being in democracy, pure democracy. There's going to be false democracies as well. So that includes France and Ireland. That includes Morocco and South China. Those are the only monarchies, well, democracies that are pure, and then false, that's corrupt democracies include Fizan, they include Niger, Oman, Mesopotamia, and then this country here. What ideology is it? It is its own ideology, federalist. This country here is federalist. So what I'm gonna do now is just do so this here is pure democracy, and then that's the yellow one is a monarchy, and I'm gonna change the color. This one here is not a false, but yeah, false because I can't spell corrupt. false democracy. This one here is federalist. That is all, and then communist. Well, this one here is not like this was forced of Bolshevik go with 70 USSR is, so what I'm gonna call it is worse than, no, not worse than Bearism communism. Bearism communism. Because worse than Bearism, get it? And I forgot a pixel there. So those are the ideologies, but a new one is gonna form. And that is formed Anatolia. The two Anatolians and Bulgaria, because this ideology is the historians. Now the historians kind of want just themselves to be a nation, and just some a little thing happens. I'll let the next person continue, but I'm going to start it. Is the Great Historical War. Now, what is the Great Historical War, you ask? Well, my friend, the Great Historical War is this. Now, what I see these guys don't think. Why aren't these guys afraid? What have you just done, Bulgaria? You have invaded the USS. Oh, well, this was USSR. Meanwhile, France joins in this war, even though they're not not Sufism, that's Augusto, but historicism, historician in this city right here. For France, they want the old kingdom as they call it, the first kingdom, the kingdom of Russia to return. As another group of communists break free, these guys are world communists. World, yes, world. They want the whole world to be under one united country. They want it to be all theirs. They want to control it. They are the first of a new ideology. This is world communists. The world communists, and then another group also appears, which I'm going to keep on the ideology there for, because they are a different ideology, and happens in the form of Black Caspian capital and the former Rostov capital, and their ideology is, if I get it, is this pink kind of color, and that is socialist. The first social, no, not socialist. Syn Syndicus. Wait, how do you spell Syndicus? Let me source that up. Syndicalism is in this world. And then another fact breaks. Oh wait, it is, well, oh wait, they were actually not a kingdom, they were a republic. My bad, guys. So it's like a republic was that. And then a pro-monarchist government breaks through right near the capital. If I get the right layer. And they even own the Crimean capital. If we get the ideology map, they are, well, side, well, the French Russians are, for now, during the Civil War, a corrupt democracy, aka false democracy. And I will let the next person doing this to map out the end of the Russian Civil War, aka the Russian Wars. Goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, and I'll probably be back to Gwicso because the creator of it said that I'll still have to do my original video, so yeah. But this week was my original week anyways, but it's gotten postponed quite a bit, the Gwicso. Maybe by the time I'm here, America is discovered. I was going to discover it this episode, but nah. Instead, I did Asia. So now most of Asia is discovered. And this is what our world looks like. Yeah. There's a big Russian Civil War. And who will get to the capital? Who will become true Russia? None of these countries here, I'd say, would return. Maybe Crimea, because they have to form a union color. But yeah, I wonder how this war I have created will turn out. Thank you for staying this on, and for a little hint. Baikal and Fades Wasa. This is your word from what staying from me yapping. And yeah, this is my goodbye, and like the video, subscribe, and make sure to check out the other generous little Gwicsos, which will be posted on Reddit and the Gwicso subreddit. And that is it for today. Goodbye. What is this? What's happening? I thought this video ended. Moscow, what are you doing? Are you doing another invasion too? Who is this? Wait, it can't be. It's Southport. Southport is invading Russia, trying to regain the original lands. And that is it for the last time. I'm in this video. Generational Gwicso 3.2, probably the longest generational Gwicso there will be and has been. And that is it. Goodbye.